expert. It's a good segue for us when it comes to saving for retirement. When you invest, it can be just as important as how much you invest.
And joining us this afternoon is certified financial planner Andrea Cave. So the real question is, when should we start saving?
Today.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, seriously, when I say now, that is one of the most important parts of saving for retirement, is starting it as soon as you can. You get all of that compounding on your side, and I put together an illustration to show the difference of I use my husband and myself, but I said if you start when you're 25 and you save $5,000 for just 10 years, so until you're 35, so you put $50,000 of your own money and you'll have, at a 6% return, by the time you're 65, $426,000. Whereas if my husband waited till he was 35 and he saved for 20 years or $100,000 of his own money, even with the same return, he would only have $206,000 at the same time frame. And that is one of the most important things I stress to people, is starting now, and it almost doesn't matter what you invested in as long as you save.
Well, and that was going to be my question, because everyone's financial situation is different. So is there maybe a percentage target people should shoot for, or should they really just kind of discuss that with someone?
Well, it depends on what your total goal is. For example, how long you intend to work for, what your longevity in your family is like, what type of retirement you're going to have, you know, will your home be paid off? So all of those elements in a financial plan are really very important in determining how much you have to put away. But in addition, I always want to remind people that if you've got a plan at work, always put in at least enough to get the full match or the employer money, because it's free money you don't want to leave behind. That's one of the things, and always what you can contribute. Take a look at tax time is a good time to evaluate how much more you may be able to put into a plan, because you'd be surprised how little it affects your take home when you don't have to pay the other taxes on that money.
So how do you develop a plan, you know, to meet these goals for retirement? Is it something that we should be doing on our own, or is it really important that you at least meet with someone to kind of guide you through?
There's good software out there that you can use, but I will say there's the emotional side to saving and investing your money, and that is always helpful. It tends to be people who work with advisors tend to have a better return, partly because they have a partner holding their hand when things do get rocky.
And making the decisions when it's too emotional.
And also helping you check in when things do change. For example, if you have another child, does your job change? Is there a health issue that occurs? Does somebody pass away? All of those life events may completely change the trajectory of your plan. And meeting with someone can help you in putting together some of those what-if scenarios, so that if those things happen before you planned on it, which, let's get real, things happen before we expect all the time, then at least maybe you can have someone to help you steer clear of other obstacles you could fall into.
All right. Andrea Cave, thanks so much for joining us today. And if you have a question for our experts, you can email them at asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail.